Hey, Miss Runyon. So, first of all, I want to apologize for this being very late. I completely forgot that this was due, and yeah, so I apologize. My first CAS activity is gonna have to be one of the projects my youth group did with Running Works. It was a few weeks back, but it's an organization up in Charlotte, and what they do is they provide means of encouragement, housing, um, finances, helping them get a job for all the homeless people in Charlotte. And this experience was, I went in kind of reluctant to learn about some of the stuff that they do, but it was very enlightening, and I feel like I learned a lot. I got to talk with some of the people that were there, um, got to hear their stories, and I mean, for someone who doesn't usually get out like that and doesn't usually see people like that or talk to them, it really kind of changed my perspective on the homeless community, especially up in Charlotte. Um, and I mean, even now, I mean, a couple of our youth members, even myself, we're trying to um, make it a habit to go up there and just kind of see what's going on, and see if we can help through Beta Club or helping them do 5Ks. I mean, we what it is running with them. So while we were running or walking, we got to talk with them, and so they do 5Ks, and I mean, as a runner myself, I think that's freaking awesome, and I would love to help them with that, and it just changed my perspective. And it was a kind of surreal experience. My next service event was the Beta Club induction ceremony, and that, oh my gosh, that it was crazy. We had so many different moving parts. We had to get everyone signed up. We had to get all the applications in. We had to make sure everyone paid. We had to input them in, get their forms, certificates, make the program, and I had to kind of step up and do a lot of that because I mean a lot of our officers as well as my dad were busy, so I had to step up and do a lot of that. And the final night of the actual ceremony, I mean, we had to just make sure everything was set up, and it was not too hard, but it was very tedious in terms of time time and other things like that. And I just think that overall we worked very well as a team. Um, I feel like in the end, I mean, although a couple more mistakes were made, we really got through that first event of the year, and now we're looking towards other things. And I mean, even just afterwards, seeing some of the parents and stuff, I mean, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you did a great job," and I'm like, "Oh, thank God," because I thought I was gonna mess half this stuff up, and I had to read the names. And I felt like Mr. Belk up there whenever people were graduating, and I was so scared to mispronounce the name. But I mean, through the different aspects of what we did, I feel like I learned better how to be a leader, as well as listen to some of my fellow officers um, to create this final product for everyone. And my final cast activity is actually orchestra. We had a Halloween concert for orchestra on the 25th, and the concert for me, because I didn't take orchestra this year, it wasn't like a grade or anything, but um, I realized how much I love that group. I mean, I had to practice a lot at home, and hey, Dad. I had to practice a lot at home, and because I didn't have that practice at school, I had to really make sure to practice outside of school, so I wasn't letting the the group down. And we actually had some somewhat difficult songs this year, and especially since my sister was in orchestra this year. I mean, it was more special because we're both playing together, and it was just really cool. And we came together. We didn't sound the best. I mean, we can always improve, but I feel like um, the bond between the younger guys and then us as seniors, as well as some of the older people that were there, it kind of grew. Um, And of course, I mean, since it was a Halloween concert, we all got to dress up and have fun. And I don't know. I mean, especially since it's one of the last orchestra concerts I'm ever gonna play in at South Point. I mean, I had to make the most of it, and it was a good concert. We all helped each other out. We had a celebration that Friday afterwards, and we just all enjoyed each other's company, and worked our hardest to create this final goal. And especially because if one person doesn't do well, I mean that can affect the entire group, and I feel like we were all working towards that goal as a team, and that was pretty great. Um, I don't. I think that's it. Um, all three of those experiences were amazing to me, um, and I feel like they all speak to different sides of me. Orchestra creativity, um, Beta Club kind of that leadership, kind of that service oriented, and then Running Works, the company up in Charlotte, kind of that volunteer, and kind of getting out there, getting outside your comfort zone, outgoing. Because I mean, all those things. I mean, they kind of helped me further my strengths. I guess, and that's what I loved about all of them. And once again, I'm so sorry this is late. I hope you are having a great morning, evening, or night whenever you are watching this. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.